What's up, guys? My name is Mitch Tyrer, your friend. I'm here with Dan Stapleton on July 17th.
I am Dan Stapleton on
Dan
July 17th.
Stapleton.
Who knows what tomorrow will
It's
bring.
a good day to be alive, Dan Stapleton.
It is.
Because Deus Ex Human Revolution is $3 damn.
It is, and that's been one of the highlights of this whole Steam sale so far. They did that on a flash sale. It's oh my god, mind blowing kind of thing. And you know, I guess if you get the augmented edition, it's $4.50.
Oh, a whole $1.50 extra. You
yeah.
get the full game, the art book, the making of video, which is really good. Motion comic, I don't know, but the soundtrack is really, really excellent. You're listening to it right now.
You know, personally, I would kind of hold off on getting if you can avoid getting the tactical enhancement pack and the explosive mission pack.
Yeah, don't get that garbage.
Like that annoyed me actually, because you know I got like all the pre-order bonuses,
yes.
and like he gave me extra weapons
yes.
and stuff. And even if you like, the only way to get rid of it is just throw it on the ground, and like if you want to play it, you know, as was intended. But even so, you get like extra money, and that like it's basically a free augment that you shouldn't have.
Yes.
So I would kind of recommend just getting the $3 version.
Yeah, and I will recommend the Missing Link pack, or Missing Link DLC.
Right.
It's a missing chapter. It takes place about 3/4 of the way through the game. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's not necessary, but it's definitely like an interesting, different way to play Deus Ex Human Revolution, which, you know, a lot of people do have concerns about it. It does have some problems, especially in the story, but overall, I really, really enjoyed Human Revolution.
Yeah. But again, $3, it's like that's like a bus
right?
ride, a bus ride to Awesome Town.
Yes. Also, another good bus ride to Awesome Town. I know that a lot of people are not big fans of Dark Souls because it is punishingly difficult. But Dan, how do you feel about Dark Souls?
I never got into it really.
No.
Like, but part of that was because there were some major problems with the PC version.
Okay.
But it also uses Games Windows Live, which I hate. But there are a number of mods right now that will fix most of what's wrong with this.
Yes.
So to the point where, like, if you like a challenging action RPG, you know, $7.50 plus a little bit of mod tinkering.
Yep.
It's probably a good investment for you.
Yeah, I really enjoyed Dark Souls. Really complex mechanics, really super skill-based swordplay. Definitely a personal favorite of the IGN staff. Can't recommend that one enough, as usual, because I love cheap games and will tell you to buy them no matter what.
One of my personal favorites, if we go back.
I'm going to go back. We'll come back to Evil Land, because I've never played it, but it looks really interesting, so we'll come back to that.
One of my personal favorites, Batman Arkham City. Like I'm a huge fan of those games.
I did not know that about you, Dan.
I love those games so much.
That's because they're superb.
Yeah, and personally, I play them with mouse and keyboard. Like I think that's
really.
I think it's a better way to do it because you can swing the view around much faster.
I've never done that.
It's much, you know, you get better situational awareness.
What I did not notice is that this is the Game of the Year edition. Which comes with everything.
Yep.
Harley Quinn's Revenge DLC, the extra challenge maps. Yeah, it was okay, but it was definitely worth playing if you're into this sort of stuff.
The challenge maps, though, I love. I've poured so many hours into those challenge maps.
Yes, and I also really like playing as Robin and Nightwing, just because they're not super different, but they're different enough that it's interesting to have different kinds of gadgets. And also the skins are great. You can play as the animated series Batman. What are you doing with your life? Play this. Buy this. I want to go back to Evil Land, Dan. Something I've never played, but I think looks really interesting. I've heard a bit about it. $5 for an RPG that is kind of a parody of RPGs in that it goes through the various years and evolution of Japanese RPGs. Visually different, depending on how far along you are. I think it's just a neat little idea, but I can't speak to the quality of it. But it looks interesting.
Yeah, I've never played this one either, and I'm not a JRPG guy, so you're on your own there, Mitch.
Yeah, that's fine. $5. I'm almost certainly going to buy that for $5 because whatever. Something actually that I think is really funny is that people on the internet have started to pick up on. If you drag this second postcard image up to another tab, it shows you what tomorrow's deal is going to be. So tomorrow we know we have Torchlight on sale. Just wanted to point that out to folks.
We should also point out Grand Theft Auto 4.
Absolutely, yeah.
I mean, especially when you can install mods on that as well.
Right.
I guess our plugin is out of date.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
That worked yesterday, Mitch.
It's got to be updated.
Yeah. But
how does the internet
and then it runs anyway. But
yeah.
But yeah, GTA 4, like for $5.
Yeah.
Come on, that is just a huge open world game. It actually runs decently now. And
yeah,
has a
finally.
reasonably modern PC. You can get the Ice Enhancer mod, which makes it look gorgeous.
Huh.
It's really insane. How
this is actually my least favorite GTA ever. But at $5, like there's definitely an audience for Grand Theft Auto. That much has been made clear, and there's a lot to offer here. And especially if you get the complete pack, which has the
Ballad of Gay Tony and the other one. What's it called?
Sorry, maybe that's the complete edition. Yeah, that's complete edition.
Okay, that's $7.50.
The complete pack comes with that as well as San Andreas and Vice City and GTA 3.
Episodes from Liberty City.
Yeah, which has Ballad of Gay Tony and Lost and Damned, which people far and wide tend to say is better than the actual GTA 4 campaign.
But I mean, for me, like even if you don't like the missions, and the missions for me are
yeah,
they're okay.
Totally agree.
Just as a sandbox to run around and blow stuff up.
Right.
It's like that's so much fun.
Yeah, I mean, at the same price as Evoland, you're probably going to get a lot more.
Yep.
Anything else? I mean, I really like Tropico.
Scroll down.
Oh, we're scrolling down.
The flash sales right now. Gunpoint is
yes.
amazing.
Gunpoint is one of my favorite games of this year.
It's
easily.
Yeah, it's a really fun little puzzle game. And for $6, it just came out.
Yes.
So you can forgive it for being the massive, overly priced $6.
Ugh, how dare they?
But
how dare they?
Yeah. Like this is made by Tom Francis, who
ex-PC gamer.
Well, yeah, he just left. But yeah, I was thinking of IMing him the other day and going, do you feel like a monster for only having 10% off during the Steam sale? but no, he's rectified that mistake and is knocking 40% off.
Indeed.
And this game we gave it I guess Marty Sleva gave it 91.
Yes, and I would recommend, even if you miss this sale, absolutely buy Gunpoint. One of my favorite games.
Yeah, it's really clever stealth. It's kind of like Deus Ex. I mean, Tom Francis, his favorite game of all time is Deus Ex, and it's very very inspired by that, just manipulating the environment and fooling guards into doing your dirty work for you. That's a lot of fun. As
a reminder, yesterday's big deal still on sale for the next day.
Yep. Sleeping Dogs. The dogs are even sleepier.
Yes, going to reinforce and reemphasize rather that you buy Mark of the Ninja and Alan Wake for super cheap.
And Orcs Must Die 2. Also a strong pick.
Something we actually forgot yesterday, Dan. I really like Devil May Cry. The new DMC was pretty good.
I was okay with it. It's a little bit bland action for me, but I mean, bland is the wrong word. Because it's very over the top. But
sure. It's a little predictable, right? It's exactly what you expect out of a Devil May Cry game.
And okay, let's cover Tropico.
Yeah, I enjoyed Tropico for quite a bit. $6 is an awesome price for a very good city building sim.
If you're disillusioned with SimCity.
Yeah. It's got a good vibe about it, right? Like South America. It's actually, this had like a way more complex political system than Tropico 3. Lots of very small improvements that go a long way that I really appreciated.
And the other one I wanted to cover here is just shuffled around.
Where to go?
Fallen Enchantress, which is the first part of this series, which is really, most people I've talked to have played it. I personally haven't, but most people I've talked to who have played it have agreed that it's like, hey, this is what this game should have been from the moment Stardock released Elemental, which was kind of a disaster. This is like what it should have been.
Okay, so is this a different game, or is this part of the same series?
It's part of the same series, but because of the bad blood over Elemental, they dropped Elemental from Fallen Enchantress, and then
that's right.
This is the expansion, the standalone expansion to that.
Interesting. Okay.
So it's and the hook for this one is that the heroic characters are much weaker than, so they're not really dominating the battlefield as much, but they're important, but they're not the end-all, be-all of your battles.
Right, okay. I assume that was an issue in Elemental.
It was an issue in Fallen Enchantress.
Oh, okay. As I look at this, I'm realizing that I'm sure this is a superb game, but everything about this makes me worry about how... not for me. Not for me, Dan.
It is not for everyone.
Yeah, it's a hardcore strategy game.
But very few games are.
I mean, we've been ignoring Dead Island Riptide, which is the headliner of the day.
Yeah,
that series is really not for me.
But at $20, that's breaking the bank, man.
Yeah, that's true. IGN's Greg Miller really appreciates these games. He gave both of them somewhere in the 8.0 range.
I believe so. I think this one got like a 7.8.
7, yeah, high sevens, very high sevens. So good, but not great.
Yeah, and it's going to be a good time. I mean, again, for $20, they're a lot. It's a good game, but there are a lot better deals. On the store right
I'll
now.
recommend you spend $20 on the other games we talked about today. Dan, thank you so much for talking about Day 7 Steam sales.
I like to talk about Steam sales, man.
We'll be back every day.
The pleasure is mine.
Oh, that's very good. We're good company together, Dan.
That we are.
We're going to come back at you every day this week with the various Steam sales, with the Summer Getaway sale. So for more on Steam sales and PC gaming in general, Dan, where should people go?
That would be IGN.com, Mitch.
I love that place.